and welcome to our interview series. Today I'm interviewing the legend that is Gill Castle. So Gill, how long have you been a member of Club 100?
Since you started. Before you started, because I was training with you before that. So 6 years now.
Tell us a little bit about how you first started training.
I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. There was an offer at the gym, which was some treatments in the spa, and you got an hour of personal training with it. And I remember going to the meeting with you and Lou about setting it up. I didn't want the training, but you chased me around the gym a lot until I went, because I paid for an hour. And I remember that first session, I was so scared, and couldn't do anything. That squatting with the ball against the wall, and I must have gone 2 inches, if that. And I couldn't walk down the stairs afterwards. But I never missed a session after that. It made a big difference.
So let's talk a little bit about your body shape, fitness levels previous to starting personal training.
I was huge. I was almost as wide as I'm tall, and that's saying something. I needed walking sticks. I couldn't stand up without holding on to things. So if I wanted to tell a kid at school off, I had to hold on to them. I didn't want to do anything physical because it frightened me, because I couldn't do it. And I really believed I wouldn't be able to do it. But obviously things changed.
Let's talk a bit about medical conditions.
Right, I've got multiple sclerosis, which is relapse and remitting. So most of the time you can be fine and then get up in the morning and the left side doesn't work, or your eyeballs aren't talking to each other and things like that. Which they then thought had moved to secondary progressive, which is all bad news, and I had to take medical retirement. I couldn't work. Now they think it's gone benign. It seems to have vanished altogether, and long may that last, really.
And what would you put that down to?
Losing weight must have a big impact, but it's a neurological condition, so it can't be all of it. Positive attitude, I think, makes a lot of difference, and the fitness makes a lot of difference to be able to actually fight it. And where the damage had been done, so this side was very weak, we've worked very hard at getting the strength back into that side, so it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. Oh, notice it now!
Fantastic. So what was your, previous to starting personal training, what was your biggest apprehensions or fears that you started?
People like me don't do personal training. Fat people do not go up into... When I joined Virgin, I went along there to join for the bubble pool. I only went there for the bubble pool. And the man took me upstairs and I said, I don't need to go. I'll never go up here. It's not relevant. But I do. And now I half live in the gym. So it's like everything. Everything's in your head. It's not real. You think everyone's going to look at you, they think they're going to make judgments. It's not like that. They do make judgments, but they make judgments on how hard you work, not on what you look like.
Brilliant. So what would you say has been your biggest achievements in the last 6 years?
I suppose really the biggest one is just taking on exercise. You know, I'm thinking of all the targets and all the goals and all the things that we've done, but actually the biggest one is the change of attitude to exercise. Going from being the kid, I never did it, not at school or ever, to being, I like it, I enjoy it, it's really important to me. And that's a huge difference.
Brilliant. So what would you say have been your biggest challenges in the last 6 years?
The 60th year was a good one, wasn't it?
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about last year.
That was... I'm a carer as well. My husband's disabled, so I can't go away and do these things. So it had to be done by adding them up. It's hard for people to understand this. But over the course of the year, I walked with some cycling. The cycling was interesting. From my house to Land's End to Jonathan Roads and back home. I climbed Mount Everest on Leigh Station steps, rode the length of the River Thames, and lifted a fully laden jumbo jet by adding every rep with every weight. That was last year. This year I'm doing the London Marathon next week.
So an easy year.
Oh yeah, I think I've still got to do it. But yes. Oh, I'm old-ish.
So what would you say makes Club 100 different to conventional gyms or other personal training studios?
The knowing people, knowing your clients, knowing... Right, lots of places, and I watch it happen quite a bit, the trainer will beat their client up for an hour and that's it, off they go. It hasn't been like that. Well, sometimes it has. Having the programme to work with when I'm not here makes a huge difference. Learning. You know me, I love to learn new things, and I still am. You know, I've been training with you for 6 years now, and I'm still learning stuff all the time. And I have to have a trainer who knows more than I do, and who I can respect the knowledge. And I see a lot that I couldn't, that are just do this, and don't really know why. And I also see some where they do the wrong things, and it's worrying, because I know people can get hurt now. So sometimes knowing a lot's not a good thing.
So on that point, what would you say is the one big thing you've learned from training with me or training at Club 100?
Try it.
Try it.
What is the worst that can happen? That is the one that always that was about giving up smoking when I was too scared to try. But that's the one that I remember. What's the worst that can happen? Sometimes quite a big thing can happen, but it hasn't done. Yeah. Give it a go. Everything's worth giving a go.
Okay, so if anyone's out there and thinking of coming to Club 100,
come.
I was just about to say, what advice would you give them?
Yeah, do it. You really wouldn't regret it. It makes such a difference. Who would think that I'd be doing all the silly things that I do here and enjoying them? And that's the big thing, having a laugh at the same time and enjoying it.
Fantastic. So let's talk about next on your fitness journey. What are you doing next week? You mentioned London Marathon. Should we have a look at your top?
Well, the back of the top.
Yeah, go on.
I've got to stand up now. I'm not good at standing up. Is that right? Yeah.
That's right, fantastic. So just the little London Marathon next weekend. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you feel going to next weekend, what your goals are, what your
I'm going to get there Sunday. Predicted time Sunday.
Fantastic.
But I'm going to get there. I'm going to get that medal. And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to be somebody that arrives at the end. I hope. I'm just going to have a nice time. I hope.
Fantastic.
And then we go back to the weights, please.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Then we're back on the resistance.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I like the weights.
Onwards, upwards. Fantastic. Brilliant. Well, I appreciate it, Jill. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll let everyone know how you go.
Oh, I'm sure.
Brilliant. Excellent. Thank you very much.